Alright, I have the stream going for those who care. It's mostly for the trolls, though, at this point.
Yeah.
Wait,
We don't want to disappoint them.
YouTube.
I'm not seeing him live.
It takes a while, it seems like, sometimes. At least last week it seemed like it took a minute or two before Shadow could get on it.
Well, yeah, because all I see is your last campaign 6 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
That's very true.
America! America!
Signal valid by its password.
America! Fuck yeah.
Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America! Fuck yeah! Alrighty. I'm gonna grab me a couple more waters. Get me through the night.
Ooh, look at that. YouTube has porno.
What looks like?
Oh, there he is. I see his holy chair.
Great, I'm stuck with your fucking ass. Alrighty. Hello and welcome to Mr. X's TTRPGs for Idiots. Alright. Is everybody ready and good to go?
Yeah, I'll just have to take a quick step out when the pizza shows up, but other than that.
I gotta go check mine in a minute, but two is still started.
So, last time on Dungeons & Dragons, the party had arrived at the Alistrin archipelago in search of the Old One's magical well of knowledge. On the island, they ran into a man who was running from strange fishmen. What happened next?
We headed in deep into the forest looking for a tower. We found the town with the fish people. Combat and I went to scout.
Oh
We
shit.
got caught making noise in the water. We had a battle.
I just
Me
beat
and
the
Combat. What?
I said I just beat fucking the air, apparently.
No, remember me and Combat went on our own and tried to scout, but I hit something on a tree and made a splash.
Every person I think is being a clumsy fucking oaf.
Oh, right. That was Combat, right?
Yeah.
Then we retreated after we beat them.
You took out one guy.
Yeah, we killed him and he was a floater, and that's why we ran, so we couldn't hide his body. Then after we regrouped and we moved towards the town, all of us, 6 enemies,
You slept
appeared,
first.
doing a round. Huh?
You slept first.
Yeah, of course. I put full rest, my bad. Full rest.
Yeah.
6 enemy fish guys doing the rounds. The goal was to find the dungeon where the well is. 2 killed, 4 left. 1 had noticed us. Then we killed them all. Kill has last guy. We vote to kill off. What?
You guys could have tried to interrogate him, but you decided not to and just killed him.
That's right. Vote to kill him off. Right. And then I wrote end of night.
Yep, that's where we left off. You guys just finished dispatching the patrol. What would you guys like to do after you have finished killing all these fishmen?
I knew what I'm going to do next week. That was terrible.
I have to work on the voice.
Yeah, I need the voice. I need everything.
Vance, if that's not the way you like to play the game, do not feel pressured by Shadow to play the game that way. There's tons of times where you guys are going through a dungeon and I'm like, I really wish they'd do it this way. But they're having fun anyway, so fuck it.
Alright, fair enough.
Don't let someone else tell you how to play your character. Don't let someone else tell you how to have fun.
Listen, sir, that was a recap. That was his character.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
He's got us there, yeah.
Alrighty. So yes,
Switch to my PC.
you've killed the patrol. What would you like to do now?
So that was the 6th patrol, right? So nobody's been alerted. We're still technically in cover.
I don't know about 6th patrol. There were 6 guys in the patrol, but
No, that's what I meant. 6 in the patrol. is what I
Yes,
said.
you took care of all of
Sometimes
them.
I have the Canadian stutter sometimes. I would say we sneak closer to get a better look.
towards the
In the
central
tower?
tower.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys
Because the
start
tower's
heading,
in the middle of the town, right?
yes.
Yeah. Any objections?
So, huh? Alrighty. As you guys head deeper into the town, I need another D12 roll from somebody.
I got it. Nine.
9. Alright, so you guys are moving closer towards the central tower in the town, but as you guys are making your way closer towards that part of the town, those who can't walk on water will notice that the water level is getting deeper and deeper the closer you make your way towards the tower.
So I'm screwed. Shadow, let me
You
get
and
on your back.
Shadow are going to potentially have to swim here coming up soon, unless someone wants to do something about it. Otherwise, Combat and Kolvok are going to leave you guys behind as they walk off to the tower by themselves, as you guys slowly trudge through the water, trying to make up the distance.
I want to touch board and as I pass on him, and myself of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask him, did he enjoy flying?
Oh, I love being above everybody.
I want to tell him to look down.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, he sort of has control over his flight. If you were using levitation on him, that'd be a different story. You can't just, like, cast fly on him and it's like, oh, I'm 600 feet in the air! What the fuck just happened?
Oh, bummer.
He has control over the... But he does, like, as he touches you and you make mention of the flight, he feels that, like... lifting of weight that he has felt that sensation before when you guys were in the Duergar dungeon and fighting the Dark Dwarves.
New plan.
Mm-hmm. Levitation.
As I asked him that, I'm gonna fly, holding him,
Hey, Kill, did you put the cooler outside the door?
and then I'm gonna let him go.
Wait, you're gonna hold him up?
Yeah, I'm gonna fly, blow up, and let him go.
Alrighty. Make an athletics check for me as you try to swoop up and try to lift him into the air.
Okay. 16. That's 10 plus my 6 athletics.
Very good. Shadow, what'd you get on your roll? Gotcha. I'm gonna go make sure that things are in a proper position.
I want to go get the pizza.
Yeah. Let's take it. 1 second.
Well, that's the only way you can get the ball in baseball, is with a catch. Yes. All right. So the Ranger. What?
I think everybody stepped away.
Oh. Well. Cool. I suppose we're on hold then for a moment.
5-minute team, we're on a break.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm a bad DM.
Shannon's gonna scream when it's here because she doesn't like talking to other actual human beings.
I can feel her on that.
Run up. No, because I have my headphones on now, so that's what I mean. She's gonna run down here and bang on my door. The humans are here!
There are people here! Oh, it's so disgusting. Make them go away.
Oh, don't you love when they do that? Wait, what? Why?
Whoa!
Have you done the other thing?
Cock slapping?
When, you know, she squeeze them together and, you know, you put it in the middle. No, because I'm turning red just saying it.
Oh, we can see your face, man.
That's what I want you to elaborate. That's entertaining.
They call it titty effing.
Oh. Oh.
Well, you know, I don't want to. There could be some viewers that are watching this stream and that I could offend somebody.
The title of the stream is TTRPGs for Idiots. It takes a special kind of person to click on that, I would think. And I've even said down in the description of the video that if you're in here, you have consented to being one of us. So idiots can't be offended by things.
That's true. That's true.
Alright, so, Shadow, you cast the fly spell right as you come up behind Boar, put your arms, scoop him underneath his armpits, and you begin to lift up into the air. How high are you going to go before you drop him?
What?
Let's go 20.
Alright, so you go up 20 feet before you then just take your hands out from underneath of Boar's arms, and Boar, you begin to descend towards the ground. What would you like to do?
Nightstand.
Corbin, Hunter, out!
Start flapping your arms or something.
It's coming! It'll be here soon. Just go upstairs. Mom will tell me when it's here. I will open the door.
Too late, you hit the floor.
No, hold on. We were in motion pause mode.
Yelling at kids that were there, and he just splatted on the ground.
Are we... Yeah, but are we close to the water? Are we going to fall in the water, or did you
Yes,
just lift
you
me
will.
up from land?
You will fall. Well, I don't know. Shadow, did you just take him straight up, or did you swoop him over a little bit to the side to drop him into a rubbly fucking building? How much of a dick are you trying to be?
I'm not being a dick, I'm being entertaining. I said my hard to...
See, what some people find charming, other people don't.
I'm
Just straight up. So yeah, you're dropping towards water, Boar.
shit.
How deep is the water?
It's about to your guys' shoulders now.
Holy fuck. The Pokemon place.
Why is that not coming up? You put me in a weird situation.
Go outside. Nico, go.
So I'm just trying to log into the computer here. Because I don't know any skills. Like, what if he's throwing me up there? I don't have magic or anything. I'm not going to hit the ground anyway.
So, what you, Vance, know, but your character does not, is that Shadow has cast the fly spell on you. So your character can fly. He just hasn't made you aware of that yet. So, as you are falling, do you think fly-y thoughts? Because if you do, you're not going to hit the ground. If you don't think fly-y thoughts, you're going to hit the fucking ground.
It is because this light's on.
Or you can try something like an acrobatics check to try to jump onto, like, to do some air maneuver to get onto, like, the one of the edges of, like, the wrecked building so you're not falling 20 feet into the water.
I'm going to look up and look for birds. Technically, that's thinking of flying. Oh, shit. Jesus, shit. Hold on a second. Hold that stuff.
I'm sorry, I have pizza that a dog is trying to fucking eat. Well, I'm going for pizza then. God damn it. Everyone!
I want you to have no sandwich too. I like those sandwiches.
Jimmy!
I got Arby's.
Get the fuck out. fucking pizza night, god damn it. You had one job. One job.
I didn't get that memo. I think you have to go talk to our site manager.
Who's our site?
Unfortunately, he went to get pizza.
That's it. 10 years dungeon for all of you. We're already fucking 2 years in. I like
So, side question in here.
something.
Midnight Club.
Yes.
I got a side question for you. How would you feel if it took us like half a year to get through like a week in the campaign?
I mean, sometimes that can happen. Like if I was running a more politically driven campaign, I think like that we'd have the potential for that shit to happen.
What if it's because we were just fucking around the entire time?
Oh, you mean like when you guys go to a hotel and decide to rearrange all the numbers of the keys with different key number or different room keys, and then when the dude who's trying to fix that problem is trying to fix the problem, instead of helping him fix the problem, you slap the keys all over the fucking place? Shit like that?
Wait, who are you slapping?
No, you got, well, the group, yes, was involved with that. Geldon was the instigator of all of that shit, though. No one tried to help. Well, Shadow kept trying to help, but everyone else just kept fucking it up more. Kolvok did nothing.
Where is he?
I don't... The one rare instance where...
Oh, I hear it. What up, Kill?
No,
Hola.
no, no.
Nico!
Okay.
Back up.
Alrighty, so... Shadow has dropped you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna trust him and, like I said, look up to see if I can see any birds.
It's in the middle console. Okay.
How does that happen? If
Yeah, it's like on the armrest thingy. It's on the armrest thingy that... Make a perception check.
perception check. Okay. Uh-oh. I think my notes are fucked. I got perception check, +4, +3, so 7, but that's a D20 again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's virtually equivalent to the D20.
So it's
Whenever
a D20
you
plus 7.
whenever you are trying to do something in the game, you're gonna roll a d20. All the other dice are most of the times either for damage rolls or miscellaneous rolls like rolling for a random encounter, you use a d12. The percentage of something happening, you roll percentage dice. But most of the times, all you're really worried about is a d20. Unless you're making attacks, then you need to worry about what the size of the damage dice is on your weapon. Or spell.
You did a good job, Andy. You did a good job.
Get that band.
So I rolled +4 for that Oh, is that the persuasion? Yeah. Persuasion. No, the perception, right? So what I put +4 and then +3 with an arrow saying my wisdom, which is my wisdom modifier.
Yeah,
What was the
so the
+4 again?
The +4 is your proficiency. That is your training in that skill.
That's proficiency bonus. Okay, cool. Alright. Ooh, 15, and then we got plus 7, so 22.
Yeah, so as you, as Shadow releases you, and you begin to descend towards the water where Kolvok and Combat stand, you look up at Shadow like, what the fuck, man? And then just above him, you can see a V of birds just going over his head. What would you like to do?
So now I'm flying.
Do you think to fly?
Absolutely, because I found the birds.
Alright. So, you look up, you see the V of birds overhead. Above Shadow, who has this just like knowing smile on his face, to which you recall him using a spell on you before in the dungeon where you guys fought the Dark Elves. And you close yourself, you close your eyes and give yourself over to that feeling of weightlessness and being able to control the direction of your body in all 3 dimensions. And just before Combat and Kolvok, you see just before Boar hits the surface of the water, he just stands there, or stops just a few inches above the water line.
Okay.
Going to happy thought. So, what would you guys like to do?
Head in to scout the town. How close are we to the tower?
Not far. Probably less than an hour walk. But you guys are flying, so you'll get there quicker. Now the other 2 are slowing you down. Muted.
I wanted to fly around Kolok.
Yep, that'd be the smart one. That's the one that's long.
I just feel like do a circle to piss him off so that, you know, he decides to walk faster.
If you guys want to force him to dash all the way there, he can, but there's a possibility he'll get a level of exhaustion.
Can, like, one of us carry him?
Nice.
You can always try. Let me remind you that, Kolvok, you're what? Like 8, 9 feet tall? 300 pounds soaking wet?
250 probably.
250 pounds. Alright, so if Fred and I came down and grabbed him.
Just so you know, his race is Goliath. So if you read the Bible, David and Goliath, he is comparable to Goliath.
Alright, so that's not a good plan then. Fred, I'm thinking, man, help me out here.
I mean, if Kolvok had been the one casted the fly on, it probably would have been simple for him to carry any one of you, but here we are.
Hell, I could have got two of you to fly.
So why didn't you do that? I'm kidding. Okay, I think we should still stick together for now. Let's just go at their speed. As long as we're not sinking in the water or having to swim, we are good. For me and Fred, anyway.
Well, this is fair.
In that case, I'm going to circle combat.
You're gonna fly.
Apparently, circle you.
fly around you as you walk.
Alrighty. So, fly lasts an hour, correct?
Say that again?
Fly lasts an hour, correct?
Yes.
Right. Keeping up with Kolvak. Are you guys going straight to the tower? Doing a perimeter around it? Like, what are you guys...
I am following Lord's lead.
Alright.
My lead.
Yep. I've been following your lead this whole mission.
Dang. Alright, well, I want to push forward to the town and try to
You're
sneak
in the town.
around. Oh, I thought we were in the water still.
The town is flooded.
Oh, okay, I get that. Correct.
Though this town used to belong to a community of sea elves, which probably fish people.
You guys are acting like I would know this already.
Well, it's information that was told before you guys came here.
Like when I was picturing last battle with fish people, I was picturing these giant things with legs and hands, but with a fish head.
It's not completely inaccurate, but
Alright, so where we are now, can we see the tower?
yes, you can see the tower. You're in the town, the flooded town.
Alright,
As you head more towards the tower, the water level was rising, but Shadow has fixed that problem by giving you and himself the ability to fly.
Alright, Fred and I know we hate to split the party up, but combat and kill, they can wait. Or continue towards the tower if they want, but Fred and I are going to fly towards the tower. And as we're flying over, we're going to scout as we're looking down to see if there's any of the fish people patrolling inside the town that we missed, or so. What's that? Man, I swear, if I kill us, Fred, I'm gonna be upset.
You just fucking dropped you from like 20 feet in the air. What the fuck are you there? Just fucking...
No, he was... That was the trust thing.
Trust ball.
Remember when you fall backwards? No, yeah.
Trust ball.
It was insinuated.
Yeah, he was relying that I remembered before.
Insinuated by that shit-eating grin on Shadow's face as he saw which of two ways this could fucking go.
Yeah, but just remember, like, well, not remember because I don't know, I'm just new to this whole fantasy thing. If somebody casts a spell on you, wouldn't you kind of feel like like something come across your body or your soul? You'd feel it.
Depends on the spell.
It would hint you into, okay, I remember this feeling. This has got to be when we were in that cave, and then it'd be like, oh shit.
Because there are spells in the game that literally make you more friendly to people, but if the moment I cast that spell on you, you would be like, okay, you just cast a spell on me. I was just angry at you a second ago. So obviously this friendship I'm feeling towards you is false. So immediately they don't recognize the effects of the spell, but if like 10 minutes later, after you've left and taken like everything in their house and they're sitting there with their wife and then they're like, hey, wait a minute, that fucker!
Nice.
And then, for those watching the stream, that's what the fishmen look like.
Oh, I gotta
see this.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
You're kind of close.
I mean, come on, it was fish people.
Yeah.
I should have said shark people, but it's...
Shark people.
But the way you were describing the guy the last Thursday, with like his slow-moving shield and his hammer thing, I was kind of picturing something bigger, like a tank kind of fish guy.
They're decently sized, I would say, but
Yeah.
to each their own, I suppose. So.
Does the size matter?
No, as long as you can snub it right, it works.
If it bleeds, you can kill it, as Arnold Schwarzenegger said. I think that more applies to demonic and celestial entities, but
Oh.
that's just me.
There you go.
Oh, anime?
Alright, so we're gonna fly towards the tower then. What do I gotta roll for that? Nothing.
You guys fly. But you wanted to keep an eye out for patrols, so go ahead, roll a perception check. Shadow, you can make a perception check too if you would like to.
Sweet, 15 again, plus 7, 22. The dice love me tonight.
Alright, so
I'm too busy concentrating and making sure that board doesn't fall.
I'm skeptical about that.
he's concentrating on not taking the spell away. So it could be really funny if I did. He just goes splashing right into that water. If I timed it right, might be able to get him right in front of like one of the patrols, and then they just like fucking kill that motherfucker.
It'd be like fishing. A drop bait from around fish people.
Oh!
You got redneck fishing, and then you got sorcerer fishing.
I got a question.
Yes.
So, like, okay, I'm controlling Boar's flight, alright?
Well, we
Can I, like, temporarily, like, drop him?
You have to recast it.
Yeah, I would say so too. I wouldn't say you'd be able to like break your concentration. And then the other thing is you are maintaining the same flight spell on yourself and Boar. So if you wanted to drop Boar, you'd have to drop yourself as well.
Should I just fly up higher, drop it, and then, re-engage it?
Fair enough. I don't know if that's the most effective use of your spell slots, but I'm just a dungeon master. I'm not here to tell you how to use your resources, just what to use it up against.
Or hey,
Well, not even tell you what to use it up against. Just present the things you can use your resources against.
you could lie to him and say, oh man, you're so focusing on making sure you can fly. It's like, fucking fly. I don't know if I can fly. You start falling, you get him to fall after you, and then you take it from there.
That'll be fun. So, to recap...
Just the moment he's about to catch you, you cut the fly spell on him and then reinitiate on yourself, and he just streaks on by you.
No, I'm talking about in general. If I wanted to do that, I would have to recast if I wanted to drop him.
Yes. And then, again, because you are maintaining the same flight spell on yourself and Boar, you would drop the concentration on both of you flying.
Well, but he couldn't, like, totally stop flying himself. Just himself.
Huh?
Couldn't he just like allow himself to fall
Yes.
without disengaging the spell itself?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Ask him for it.
Yeah.
But there is no way for Shadow to cut off Boar's while maintaining his own.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Shadow, I believe, that is what Shadow is trying to do. He's trying to either make Boar believe that he doesn't have flying anymore, or he's just going to take flying away from the dude. But to do so, he has to take flying away from himself as well.
That's what I was going for. You play what you chicken with the ground and all the fucking tries to get more hit the ground before he hits the ground.
Yeah, that's
Continue.
so yes, you guys head out to scout towards the spire. So you guys go ahead of Shadow and, or not Shadow, Combat and Kolvok, as you guys are heading towards the tower on the ground. I would like one of you to make a D12 roll for me. So Boar, as you and Shadow are flying towards the spire, looking around, you notice that there are several patrols going through the town. It seems like they are actively searching for something. Like, you see patrols that are in the deep waters where there are patrols just like swimming through. You kind of see like light silhouettes underneath the water. And then occasional foot patrols in the shallower areas going by. But it seems like the area is somewhat active right now.
So, combat, I don't know. This might be the smartest decision for our current setup. Probably in this stuff, it might be the best way to just use my fucking never getting stone roll properly. You can fucking, I don't know, like, pretty much you use the date, which, fucking works out pretty well most of the time because of the fucking bullet sponge.
Sure.
You can swing in for fucking, like, sneak attacks or lightning attacks, I guess? Yeah.
Potentially.
So, yeah, I'd say, like, keep your, what is it, 60? Because you can burn a key point like that and not use a bonus action.
Yeah.
That would use his bonus action.
Oh.
Unless he used his action to dash. But then he could not attack after he got up to you.
Yeah, so it's better. Okay. Yeah, whatever's, clever. Maybe just a 45 when you do that.
Yep.
Those orders are like a Wolverine hit and return on me, that's what you do for me. Join the
Right. You still want that 12 roll?
Yes.
7.
7. Alright. So after Boar and Shadow, you guys have gotten a lay of the land. You can see there are several patrols going through. You'll definitely have to be pretty sneaky trying to get to this tower. But it is dark out, and there's not a bunch of light sources out. So you still have the potential to be sneaky. What would you two like to do? You're, like, just within, like, 100 feet of the tower up in the air, I would say. What would you guys like to do from here?
Cause a distraction elsewhere, so we can get through pretty quick.
Are we higher than the tower? Like, I'm assuming Like, this town wasn't always flooded, right?
No, you can definitely tell from the way the village was constructed. It definitely seemed like the ocean level was much lower when these elves were thriving here.
Now, question.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no. Oh, no. So if we went 20 feet from our location at the time and went straight, but the water got deeper, we would stay the same height, right?
With the flying?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're flying straight, your height would be relative to sea level in this case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm assuming is some of this tower would be underwater.
Yes, you. Oh, that's right. I meant to. I actually meant to say that the guy you guys had saved from the shark people. There was a little bit more information. So when he had come here 2 years ago, the tower was not completely sunken. The bottom, the third lowest level and the second middle level were dry. But over the years, the water level has increased here, and it sank the bottom 2 levels.
Oh, hell no. Sounds like water fucking temple. I'm not going in.
But the well where the old one's knowledge is, Desmith meant to tell you guys. He did tell you guys. I just forgot to do it. That when you enter the room that the well is in, you are taken to some other kind of dimension, and you are completely at the whim and rules of the old one. And that in order to get to the well and its knowledge, you have to complete the puzzles that are presented before you.
Argulary batteries.
But, so Shadow, I would say the tower is about 100 feet from the surface of the water to the very tip of the tower.
Damn. If we flown straight, we were only 20 feet up, so it's still 80 feet higher, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So again, for those watching the stream, I think the water level is supposed to be a little higher than it's depicted in this, but this is what the spire looks like.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Looks like
Looks
dude.
pretty.
It's like one of those sand drip castles you make at the beach.
You guys have seen Dune.
Which one? Dune by David Lynch or Dune by Sci-Fi Channel?
David Lynch, I would believe. That's the like years.
No, I have
and
not
years
seen the
ago.
David Lynch one, but I have seen the Sci-Fi Channel one.
I want to get David Lynch so bad. It's so fucking good.
I heard it's terrible.
Really?
The first one?
The Dune movie?
The first one that came out?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds like it.
No, I'm talking about like maybe it is the same because it was a 3 movie series.
That sounds good.
That's the sci-fi. That's the sci-fi series.
It's got,
Okay, yeah, that one was good.
It's got Xavier, right?
Yeah, Xavier, like the dude,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
new
yeah,
Xavier. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Duke Leto.
Or the Sandworm Leto, or whatever the fuck he was wrecking out there.
Emperor Leto. Okay, so, oh, yes, Boar. Also, you see a 30-foot wide rock ledge coming out from about 20 feet up from the water line. And you can see a door inside of that ledge.
Okay.
Potentially a way in. So, what would you two like to do? Are you going to continue scouting around, or do you want to head back to your friendlies?
When we were flying above, and you mentioned that we saw a bunch of patrols in the town, and they were looking for something, which obviously is us. How close to the vicinity are they in, and which direction are they patrolling?
It seems like they're doing a circle around the tower, but I will definitely say there are a few more focus groups in the direction where you guys had basically set up camp and had ran into that first patrol, you in combat, and where you had killed it. They probably figure, well, if we died over there, something's over there that we need to kill. So there definitely seems to be kind of a arrow, like patrols moving that direction, but they are still seeming to keep a circular perimeter that's fairly tight around the tower itself.
And counterclockwise or clockwise?
Counterclockwise, because these are alien fish creatures.
I'm gonna question you on that statement. Like, what? Why? Because they're alien species, they counterclockwise.
You guys are literally in another dimension of existence. If that's not alien, I don't know what is.
True. And
I mean, honestly, Tolkien, he wanted elves to be very alien, which, like, isn't to say that it's from another planet, but just the way an elf acts is very different to a human. Like, I was watching a video of Dungeon Master I watch all the time, and, like, one example he was giving is there's this one guy who runs elves where, like, when cruelty happens, elves will laugh about it, even if that cruelty is, like, put onto them. But then when things get, like, serious, or no, the opposite is when things are funny, they're, like, super uptight and serious about it. So that's what I'm saying when I say alien. It's just these things think differently than your normal human, so their patterns might seem alienish.
Like French Canadians.
Mm-hmm. You said it.
I had to. Alright. A question about Fred, though.
About Fred or Shadow?
Shadow, sorry. When he's casting spells, can he only cast one spell, or can he do multiple moves, or can he use his dragon at the same time as we're flying?
Hey, you.
You didn't feed him already? I thought you fed him already, dude.
What?
For some reason, I thought you had already fed him.
Nico.
So in a round, like a combat round, typically the answer would be one spell.
You've been trying to dig your out of out of the backyard, weren't you?
So the dragon counts as a spell, right?
No, so the dragon is a weird case. So the flying spell that Shadow has on you guys currently is a spell which has what is known as concentration. He has to maintain a part of his mind to keeping the spell active. But while he is flying up in the air, if he wants to send a fireball down on enemies below, he can do that. Nothing will happen to his flying. But if he tries to use another spell that has concentration, like say he... what's a good one that... Good concentration spell that could go really well with... Say he wanted to be invisible while he was flying. If he wanted to cast invisibility on himself from his own spell casting, he would lose the flying, he would turn invisible, and he'd start dropping like a rock. But if someone else casted flying on him, or invisibility on him while he was flying, those are two different people maintaining two different spells. Everything would be all right.
Side question.
Uh-huh.
Now, what if I did, like, standard fly on myself, but then did a higher invisibility spell that would give me the opportunity to cast it on two people, but only cast it on myself?
Oh. Still no. You can only concentrate on one spell?
Yeah. You can only maintain concentration on one spell. So you are either maintaining your concentration on flying, or you're maintaining your concentration on invisibility, or greater invisibility, or blah 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 blah. We can go on for days. One concentration spell, but while you are maintaining a concentration spell, you can perform any spell that does not require concentration. Well, you can perform a spell that has concentration, but you can only maintain concentration on one spell. So,
to get the combo though, if you're looking for it, you can wear certain magical items that gift, you fly or invisibility.
I don't think I'd ever allow an item like that.
I don't think
Matt Mercer had an item, and even the way he had designed it was one round. You can only maintain concentration on that other one for one round. Because that's broken. Like, if Shadow could fly and be invisible all on his own, like, that'd be ridiculous.
There's ways around it, of course, no? That's neat.
Yes, there are, but at the same time, very limited solutions. Like, yeah, I can use an ancient dragon, but if Shadow stays outside of 30 feet,
it's like you said,
dragon will never fucking know where he is.
I mean, yeah, if people are using cheap tactics like that, the enemies are going to have access to the same. Like,
well, we just said that it was an item that was allowing that to happen. Okay. And now I'm going to have a second bad guy who's using the same item for you guys to kill, so you can hand it off to Shadow again so we can maintain concentration on 3 spells? Fuck no! But anyways, Shadow...
That's probably why you can only attune to 2.
And Boar, what are you guys doing as you have made it to the tower, scouted it out a little bit? What is your next move?
Well,
wait for the other two to catch up.
No, I wanted to see if he could use his dragon at the same time as he's flying us. That was the reason I made the comment to start that whole conversation that got us sidetracked.
Yes, he can tell his dragon to go do something.
Okay,
within a limited. It is a spell, but it's a spell that came from a magical item, and even if it didn't come from a magical item, that is a spell which doesn't require concentration. But, if your friendlies are out of 1,000 feet, then Shadow has to give the dragon a directive now, and the dragon will follow that directive to the best of its ability. But if it can't do it, it can become lost in a sense. Like if he says, "Hey, go find the other 2 and bring them here to us," and then the dragon goes out and he can't find the other 2 because they're making really good fucking stealth checks, the dragon is then going to be outside of Shadow's range where Shadow can tell it what to do telepathically, and then it's not going to really know what to fucking do from there.
So it won't come back until it finds
Depending on its discretion. Like, it might be like, I am out here until I find those jackasses. And the only way Shadow can tell it otherwise is if he manages to get in 1,000 feet of it and be like, hey, come back here.
Gotcha. Now, since you're asking questions,
Of course.
I'm flying. I'm concentrating on flying.
Yes.
If I use my dragon
Mm-hmm.
and go into dragon sight,
I'll allow it.
use the concentration.
No. I'll allow you to see through your dragon. You're already entering into a sort of meditative state, so I would say, like, part of your magic energy is going towards just sustaining you in that spot that you're, like, locked in cosmically or whatever, while being able to fade into the senses of your dragon. Same with, like, invisibility. If you wanted to pop invisibility and be like, alright, let's see what the dragon sees, I'd totally allow that as well.
There you go, Vince.
So,
Exactly what I want to do.
well, if he casts invisibility on the dragon, he's going to lose concentration on the flying that you guys are enjoying at the moment.
Yeah, but we're close to the entrance that you just mentioned, though.
Yes, you two are, but do the other two know about it?
But at least we can drop down at the dragon and go, and maybe I can guide Fred close to the entrance so we can take cover.
Oh yeah,
and...
if you guys wanted to land at the landing, yes, that is completely acceptable. He could cast invisibility on his dragon, but I'll say the dragon is very small. It's pretty unlikely that sharkmen would see it. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Perfect.
Very unlikely that the sharkmen would see the dragon. There is a chance, but very unlikely.
Alright. I'm just going by the seat of my pants here, guys.
No, it's
Anyone
all
wants to
good.
Jump in. So what my main
It's just so you can ask questions about what can I do. It's like, you can do anything you want to, honestly, within reason. Like, your character has
am
certain...
I playing good so far, though?
Yeah, that's like...
Okay. I just
You
want to
guys
know
have
that
not
I'm, like,
done
fitting
anything
in
where
here.
I'm like, okay, time to restructure the adventure entirely because they're about to get themselves killed.
Okay, so my main plan is I want to drop close to that entrance because we know where that entrance is. My
Do you
next
want to go
question would
right?
be,
So there is a very large road. At least you would think that it was a road, but now it's just like this giant circular pond that is around the spire. So it's very open in that water space. Nico!
Sorry, in trouble.
Alright, so the water directly around the spire is very open, so if you guys wanted to land just on the water, it's very likely that one of the patrols would see you. You can land on the landing, but there's no telling if there are patrols coming in and out of that doorway, like every 5 minutes, every hour, every 5 hours. You don't know. You haven't stuck around to see what the intervals might be on this door, so you can land on the landing. You'd have a bit of cover because you're up 20 feet, so it'd be a little hard for people below at the water line to look up at you guys.
Okay. Damn. Kind of throws my thought pattern off there.
But there are also some ruined buildings across from the open water area, so you could land in one of those areas as well.
So if we both landed close to the door on opposite sides, maybe close to the door, we'll still be seen.
from what you can see, the doors are closed. There is no one immediately outside of it. So if you guys went down to the landing right now, you would be clear. But if someone came out, you guys wouldn't have a lot of places to hide once you're there. So if someone did come out, they'd probably be like, hey, there's some jackasses here. Guys, let's kick some ass.
I'm definitely going to take that as a hint, and I'm going to go to your other option.
So you guys move about double the speed. It would have taken an hour by foot, so you guys, I'd say probably half an hour. Yes, if you keep the fly spell going, yeah. So, rubble across from the tower?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
With the past few sessions, I've caught on to your hints a little bit. I hope. Unless I'm like, thinking the wrong way, but that's, I guess, the fun of the game.
Yeah.
Probably.
Alrighty. So, you guys swoop over to one of the dilapidated, fallen out, ruined buildings. I'm assuming you're just going to go directly across from the entrance you guys found?
Yeah, because I want to be close. That was my main goal.
All right.
But then you threw that whole they could come out kind of thing. Exposure.
So yeah, you guys set down. I would like one of you two to roll me a d12.
12.
All right.
I'm having like hot dice here.
Keep in mind that each one when you roll for things to happen or not, it's not always the greatest to get a high number.
Damn, I forgot. Yeah, you guys mentioned that last time. My bad.
Alrighty. So, you guys begin to coast down towards one of the ruined buildings, and as you guys begin to set down into some of the rubble to set up camp and get ready to send your dragon friend out to potentially go find your friends, right as you guys place down, you look ahead of you and you see two of the shark men just come dipping right into the building you guys have decided to lay low in. It seems like both these parties had just coincidentally decided to search the same place. I need you two to roll me initiative.
I warned you that.
Okay. Sorry, my wife was just texting me. We have to roll initiative?
Yes. D20 plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh, I have that written.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. 8.
12.
12.
You did.
I don't, see, now you guys are fooling me. I thought there was... I'm confused at what's happening right now. I thought that other... Yeah.
So,
That
So the
okay,
D12.
so you said you go to the other way, but you didn't say me something's there. So something's there. So now I just fucked it.
Yeah, you guys, you must have lost track of some of the close-in patrols, weren't really watching exactly where it was going. You're like, that building should be fine. You swooped in, and right as you sat down to begin setting up camp, that's when a Sahuagin patrol came in and was like, hey, look, that's what we've been looking for. All right. So, as you guys turn, you see the Sharkmen. The Sharkmen see you guys. They begin to get into a fighting posturing. Kolvok in combat. You guys are walking towards the central spire. That is correct, right? Muted, Gil.
Okay, the tower where we dropped down, that was which side of the actual tower? That was the right.
The
correct?
North side of the tower had the ledge.
And which side did we come from?
You guys were coming from the west.
Possibility.
Alrighty, so, actually, because they're moving on foot to catch up with you guys, it's unlikely they'll get into your guys' combat. Had you two turned around to go back to them, there would have been potential for you guys to arrive at their fight, but they're not moving fast enough to get to you guys before you.
We got 2 fights going?
Damn it,
No,
Midnighter!
no,
that was
no.
not a hint. That was a trick. You motherfucker! I'm kidding.
Hey, man! There's a risk in everything. There is a risk standing at the front door to the dungeon. There is a risk standing in the house across from the front street of the dungeon. There is a risk staying at the outskirts of the town that the tower is at. There's always a risk.
Well played, sir. That's all I have to say.
So, Combat and Kolvok, you two, as you are heading towards the tower, you ahead see a patrol heading your guys' direction, so you dip off to the side to potentially hide away from them, but also keeping an eye out where they're moving. They were coming towards you, but then they diverted off into another direction to search some other area, so you guys are clear to make your way through, and you continue along your way towards the tower. And I would like one more D12 roll from you two. One of you two. Combat or Kolvok. What was that kill?
Pansy. Listen, we got 2 separate fights going.
Wait a minute. You're the barbarian who loves to fight, but you are now ridding your character the chance to get into a fight? If you're scared of your dice, shouldn't you roll it so you can play your character the way your character's meant to be played?
Why is his mic crapped out again?
Oh.
Kill. He didn't just sound awful to
I
you?
suppose that is some weird fucking metagaming proverbial conundrum. You're muted again. I love hearing you talk through a muffled door. Nope, still can't hear you. Still can't hear you. So yeah, who's rolling D12 then? Who's?
I did it. I got an 8.
You got an 8. All right. So you guys continue along your way, and hopefully, if the other two don't die in this combat, you will potentially discover them. So, at the top of the round, as the shark men take notice to the tiefling and dark elf hiding out in the ruins of their nearby forsaken village. Boar, you are top of the round. What would you like to do?
So how many? Sorry?
You can see 2 at the doorway of this abode.
Can they see me?
Yes.
What's to my left?
Rubble.
What's my right?
Rubble.
So there's no trees.
No, you guys are in a flooded out town.
Well, you said flooded out town. That doesn't mean there's no trees, so I was... Never mind. I'm gonna have to attack, because they obviously are gonna come at us, and I have nothing but rubble.
Yes, the fly spell is still active.
Oh, okay, see, I didn't know that. I thought once we swoop down, that's it, the spell's over, and you have to do it again to get back up.
Shadow can maintain it for an hour, or until he casts something different with concentration. Or loses concentration from taking damage.
Okay, hold on. Fly spell can work. So, an hour or more?
You've already used about 30 minutes of the spell.
No, I'm just making notes, because that's a good thing to remember. Yeah, exactly. Well, I look at Shadow, and I'm going to tell him I'm heading back up to the bird. You want to follow? I did better last time he did the flight spell, and I did more damage, so I'm taking a risk here. But I think it's a good one.
So, potentially, you could just be outside there and just blasting them.
Just like last week, I kept shooting arrows, the guy just looked at me and was like, can't do shit.
Will take the advantage they have in this situation and get the fuck out of there to tell their other people, hey, guess what? They're right outside the front door. You got fly, they got swim, and there a shit lot of water around. We'll see how much that helps you when you gotta get to the 3rd level. That is submerged.
Alright, question. When we left, we traveled a half an hour, right?
Yes.
So, roughly, if we fly back, it'd be about 15 minutes.
Fly back to the party?
Yes.
Yeah, depending on, yeah, I would say so, yeah, about 15 minutes to get back to them.
Yeah, I'd assume they made it about halfway further.
Yeah.
So then it would be another roughly 15 minutes to the tower.
Indeed. Which by that time, these fishmen that you have not killed will have gotten back to the base, told their boss, and the place will have been fortified.
Exactly what I was thinking. I think that's Shadow coming next week. But there's no saying that the other people won't hear the fighting. True. Very true.
I'll say the building was about 100 feet from the tower. So if you keep things like if you use fire, the fucking fire beams you usually use, Shadow, like that'll probably be fine. But if you sent like a fireball at them, there's probably a likelihood that they'd be like, "What was that flash of red outside?"
Somebody took a picture.
Who's got the goddamn selfie stick?
So, this is where I'm gonna go with this one. The information is out. I'm following Boris' lead.
Yeah, and then, one last thing about the consideration is, with the off chance that maybe one of them is already fucking been sent to fucking battle, considering it's, water.
So many scenarios, boy. What are we doing?
Yeah, Bart, it's your turn on initiative. You got two guys in front of you. The house you guys are currently standing in, there, like the roof and some of the upper levels have collapsed in, which is filled in the watery area. So you guys are about a little above knee-high water here in the building. That's why these fish dudes are able to walk in. It seems like there's some rubble that's built out on the sort of alleyway that they're walking through to get into this area, or who knows, maybe they swam through the alleyway and then we're just stepping up onto the rubble now. So there are two that you can see in the doorway. You got Shadow next to you, and it's just kind of a rubbled out square building that you're inside. What would you like to do?
No pressure.
Yeah, right. And you suggest that we go back?
I didn't suggest anything.
You hinted. But the last time I thought a hint was there, I got screwed. I feel that the trust is gone. No, I'm kidding.
All options are out. You got a choice.
I also think it would be the best fucking parent anyway, but I believe I would give you the fucking whistle to the war. This is a hunters fucking night out bullshit.
I think you have said that already.
You reiterated that you had that option also. It's been long enough, right?
Yeah, you guys were traveling at sea for 2 weeks.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you got a doggy, shadow doggy. Is it nighttime?
Yes.
Okay. Not sure how he'll operate in water, but I think you'll be alright. So then you also have that call on.
How do I have a shadow dog?
It's an ally that was earned in a dungeon previously scoured by the party.
He's a ridiculous club, though, so you
Was that before my time? Because I don't have that in the notes. Okay. And that's a gift to me, or that's just a group thing that we can call on anytime?
It's a gift for the house. You're a ranger, you're a scout, and a scout with a dog is never a terrible thing.
A shadow bouncing?
Yes, a shadow jumping dog especially.
Okay, well, here's something you guys can learn about Canadians. I felt the confidence, I was getting up there, I got tricked, I got fucked, now I'm scared, so my answer is I'm heading back to the other two.
Alright, so you,
Only
you
because the confidence just got shattered.
Oh, okay. So, now we get to get into another conversation. That is how you feel, Vance. You feel you have been betrayed by the Dungeon Master, but your character, Boar, has no concept of I didn't fuck up, like, I fucked up by choosing going here and not going there. Like, your character has no concept of that. So, would your character still flee?
Yes.
Without
yes,
your sense of
no.
fear?
No. Remember the story of his background. He ran from his issues with his father for that reason, because that's the character he is.
Fair enough.
He feels scared, he rushes away.
Alright, that's fair. So, Shadow, you see as Boar sees these two shark men, he's like, nah, fuck that, and just begins to soar away. Shadow, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So wait, combat took off anyway?
Boar, yes. Boar took off.
Yes, Boar. Sorry. I mean, and then, you know, what you can also fucking get in the same distance, get out and attack, and like, you can still be retreating, but possibly trying to kill them so they can't report.
So, are you going to use your action to dash and make a full 60 feet back towards your comrades? Or are you going to pull back 30 feet and do some firing? You're saying that your character is afraid of this situation, so it seems more likely to me that you would just take the full 60 out.
Afraid is the coward word, that's not it. It's, I don't know. It's not going to be that word. Exactly. He's not being scared of the situation. He's just in the mood of, yes, or frozen in a way that he, under pressure, he snaps and just wants to retreat and get his thoughts back first. So he's not thinking he's scared. He's just thinking he's, exactly as Shadow said, under pressure, and boom.
Alright, so, what are you doing then? Are you doing a full retreat?
No, I'm gonna do a fallback, only in, yeah, kind of.
Are you okay?
Taking it back.
So we are in initiative. You can use your move to fall back and hold your attack action for some kind of trigger, but you can't, like, if you're gonna fall back and, like, you're just gonna use your move and leave it at that, you're going to lose your you're gonna lose your action. So
I think he wants to attack, but he's getting distance first.
Okay. So then you're just going back
to get his
30
thoughts
feet
together
and firing.
Yeah, I don't want to flee, but I'm getting nervous in the situation, so I'm trying to back down the opposite direction. Let's say, not that I've noticed yet.
Not many, so, you know, being farther away in the air, you're very unlikely to get hit, but you can fucking definitely hit him.
Yeah.
There weren't some of that fucking last fight.
What?
I said there weren't some in that last fight.
No, because remember I kept shooting arrows and he just kept looking at me?
There was one spellcaster
Yeah, but we took him out easily.
that was not having any good luck with his
Yeah. And they're coming to us for the front. I'm going to the right. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dash to the right.
So you're heading eastward.
Mm-hmm.
Away from your friendlies.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, north, right. No, opposite way towards the friendlies.
Your friendlies would be northwest-ish. I suppose west, north, or no, southwest. Yeah, southwest. West-southwest.
Okay, I'll go that direction, but hold enough to where you can say I can still attack if I wanted to.
Well, you can... What is the fly speed, Shadow?
You might as well attack. Oh, shit. Give me a second.
So I can dash back and attack. So
yes,
like,
you have a
surprise
move action,
dash.
you have an action, and you have a bonus action. So your move action, you can move back whatever the fly speed is. It's either 30, 60. Is it 60? Okay. So you can move back 60 feet with your fly, and then still attack with your bow.
What's my range?
The longbow is ridiculous. It's not even a...
Where do you know where you don't want to start shooting from? Anymore?
Yeah,
So
I think
anything
it's...
over 120, I can't hit.
So there's a maximum range, which is like 600 feet. But if you're shooting past 120, you're at disadvantage, so you're rolling 2 dice, take the lower.
And then also, like, what's the...
Nico!
Wait, hold on, you guys get that here. Past 120, you guys can roll twice?
Yeah. You're at disadvantage on that, though. So it's not, in your favor.
And when you say roll twice,
So
that's
150,
50, right?
your short range is 150, your long range is 600. You can shoot the bow out to 600 feet. But if you're shooting outside of 150 feet, you're rolling at disadvantage. So you could take 2 turns flying away from these guys and still be able to hit them with your longbow.
The further I go, the less, like,
if you go outside, so if you moved 3 turns back, like just kept going 60 feet away from them, on the 3rd turn, once you were your farthest distance away, you would have disadvantage, so you'd be rolling 2d20 and taking the lower. So you want to stay 150 feet to your enemies most of the time.
And then for probably like good information, what is archers are usually like the farthest range one, right? They have the most distance capabilities.
Aside from spells.
Spells can vary like a lot, though, right?
Yes, like there are some spells. I think the map. Well, actually, no, I can't say that. Most of the times, targeted spells. Like, me trying to, like, be like, I'm gonna hit you with something, is typically 120 is, like, the max that I've seen. There are teleportations that go beyond that, like there's Dimension Door that goes 500 feet, Shadow's Arcane Gate, that goes 500 feet, so there's some edge cases, but most of the times when it comes to blasty stuff, it's 120 is usually the max. Unless you're Shadow, a sorcerer who can dump fucking meta magic points and double his range. Or his spells, or...
And then, but then, like, physically throw stuff is shorter, don't you know?
Yeah, usually like 60. Is its max range, which is they're hitting at disadvantage. Yeah, let's see no bows and arrows.
But it doesn't mean you don't have, of course.
I mean, unless they're Sasuke and they can summon things from magical objects, you never know.
Yeah. I think we've given a lot of information.
So, you go back 60 feet, go ahead, make your 2 attacks, roll d20, add your attack bonus.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Instead of attacking, I would just attack instead of attacking.
Okay, so...
Is he an advantage then on this one? He's not advanced, right?
Yeah, you have elevation, so advantage. Roll 2d20s, take the lower, or take the higher.
Okay, I rolled low, that's what I was saying, because you said that before.
Disadvantage.
Sorry.
is 2d20, take the lower. Advantage is 2d20, take the higher.
Sorry, I'm just writing notes. My bad. Turns. 17.
17.
That's plus your 11?
No, that's the what I rolled.
That'll definitely hit.
Nice. That hits most dragons and shit.
Even the...
Serious?
Yeah, 30.
Jesus.
I think it's 30. Maybe it's not 30. I thought it was. Maybe.
I think it might be 28.
I'm curious.
Yeah, let's not try to get in a fight with one of those.
No, don't worry. I have the ancient dragon all lined up. It's fine.
Yeah. What, like a fucking $100 anyway or something?
It's a kaiju, man. It's Godzilla.
Okay, so we'll just get a gigantic Godzilla picture.
Yeah, like honestly, that's all it would really take.
Cool.
It's like a really, really, really dope Godzilla. All right, so what'd you get on damage?
Yeah.
Vance? What? 25? That's bullshit.
What?
Hello?
Terrorists? 25?
Yeah. So what'd you get on damage, Vance?
Oh, I didn't roll. I was totally oblivious right there. Sorry. I have to roll twice though, or just the one time to get the one attack?
It depends. Like I try to tell you guys when you only need to roll once. So if you, in this case, if you just want to roll to see if you hit both times, you can.
The D8 twice.
No, what you have to roll to try to hit him with the second arrow on a D20.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that.
So yeah, 2d20, take the higher.
Oh, okay. 18 plus 11 then?
Yep, that'll hit. So yeah, you roll 2d8 and add your dexterity modifier twice.
5 or 4?
Yeah, I believe it's
My
5.
dex twice?
Yes, because like it's one dex modifier to each dice.
Dang.
For each attack.
So I rolled 1 7, and then I roll again, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it fell off the table. Mine was always redo. 5.
5, 7, and
plus dex.
10.
I got dex is 5.
So 22
you said
damage
plus-
total.
so-
That is just the thing's hit points. You perfectly send down 2 arrows at it, at one of them, and both arrows hit it right in the eye, and it just falls back, splashes into the water behind it. So next would be Shadow, but he left the party. I think he's getting set up on his laptop, maybe, or something. I know he said that, yeah. But he left the party. That's where I'm. There he is.
He's back online.
Yep. Right.
Okay, well, he's not here. I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break. Is that alright?
Yes, very good.
Yep.
Shadow!
That might as well smoke a cigarette, huh?
Shadow!
You play any more Monster Hunter?
Not yet. I don't know. That definitely felt like a game where I feel like I'd have more enjoyment playing with other people. Especially since I keep fucking dying so much. Well, now that I actually know how to fucking do some of the buttons, it's a little better, I suppose.
Yeah, once you learn the fucking like combos and shit, like there's a training area, you definitely practice weapons. There's like a learning curve. You gotta fucking. Not saying that you didn't, but you gotta put like a little extra effort into fucking certain things.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's I got all the fucking.
The Witcher 3 was definitely like that. I remember going into that game and being like, yeah, this is gonna be a fun, like, Skyrim type game. It was like, no, if you ignore some of the systems in this game, you're gonna fuck yourself.
Absolutely, yeah. That's fucking Monster Hunter all the way, for sure. You gotta pay attention to fucking elements because they, affect you way more. If you go, lightning is the fucking worst.
Oh, yeah.
You're not ready for poison, it'll fuck you up real bad.
Yeah, I was definitely suffering from that with that one job we were doing.
Yeah. That's a tough lesson for me. Like, every time I play the Monster Hunter, I go in and I go, oh, this is going to be fucking awesome. I have so much fun. And then, I'll get that first voice guy's like, oh, that's fucking right. It's a pain in the ass. I gotta fucking have 30 fucking antidotes done.
Damn it, Shadow! He was worried about Boar dying tonight. I'm gonna have to kill his character in a second. Because he's just standing around doing nothing.
Who is it? Mm-hmm.
Like,
Here it goes.
I kicked out for some reason.
yeah. Hello.
They figured you were fucking switching it upstairs or something.
I'm going to do it. I don't know what the fuck happened.
You might as well just do it now if you want to fucking do it, because Fancy's in the bathroom.
But it's Shadow's turn.
Oh.
Alright, give me a quick update. What the fuck do?
He shot one of the Sharkmen coming through the door in both eyes, and he died. So there's another one standing at the door who just like saw his comrade go down, and now he's looking up at you, or looking up at Boar, sees you, he's like, haha, I shall do what he did unto me unto him. He killed my friend, I shall kill his friend. But you're going before him, so that's probably not likely.
Not back.
Well, then we gotta have to, drop back next to Mox or the Boar.
You fly back with him?
And hit him with a nose and scorch ray.
Alrighty, go ahead. 18. Yep, that'll hit.
Natural 1.
Alright.
25.
Yep, that'll hit.
Am I still rolling?
Yeah, go ahead, roll the damage on the 2 hits.
$17.
17 total? Alright. So, you send out one blast from your staff, collides with the shark man, he growls a bit. You send out the second blast, collides again, he growls a little more. You go to send out your third blast, nothing. And you feel this strange sort of feedback loop through your mana as you're trying to fire the fire spell, and it, like, the wavelength doesn't match your flying spell, so I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your fly. Are you guys still... Did you go, like, up diagonally, so you're, like, up 30, back 30?
I did, yes.
Hey, we just caught another, one of those troll weirdos.
Yep.
Yes, and hi guy who has no life, welcome to our party.
Hey.
8. Alright, so you fly back towards where Boar is, stationed up after taking out the first Shark Man, and you come up behind him, send your 2 fire blasts, try to send the third, and as that feedback loop comes through your mana connectivity, your fly spell dissipates, and the 2 of you begin to descend towards the water. So, you both fall 30 feet, but because you are descending into water, you will take half damage.
Would it Boar get a chance to, like, save himself?
What, like dash to a tree or something, or a cliff or something?
No, maybe like, because I think it's just straight water, so basically you'd be able to do some Olympic diving or something.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Both of you make dexterity saving throws to take potentially quarter damage.
Dex saving throw. What is that?
Roll a d20. And then you are a ranger, so I believe you're proficient in dex saving throws, so you would add an extra +4 with your... Yeah.
Dex mod +5.
See, +9 to your d20 roll.
So, when you get this +4 that you keep telling me to add to my rolls, what is that based off again? Because
that is your proficiency bonus. That is how great your life's training in a certain field has made you. Like, when you're shooting your bow, you are trained at shooting a bow. Shadow is not trained at shooting a bow. So when Shadow tries to shoot a bow, he just adds his dexterity modifier. Because you are trained in using a bow, you add your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus. So anything you are proficient in gets a +4 onto it, and that number increases as you level up. Like when you start at level 1, you only have a proficiency bonus of +2. You guys are level 11, so it's +4 now. Eventually, it'll get to a +6.
So it's nothing to do with my race or who my character is that got the 4?
It's
your class.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was trying to hint at.
Like, it's your class, but you also get proficiency bonuses. Like, you get proficiency from your race, you get proficiency from your background. So it's not just your class. It is a number that reflects just your training in the things that you are good at. And it allows for variance in characters that if I did a campaign where I was like, all of you have to play fighters, you all can still be different fighters by having different proficiencies and stuff, and choosing different weapon loadouts and armor loadouts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So, what'd you guys get on your dex saving throws? 8.
I was too busy writing down what you were saying. Sorry.
Vance needs a secretary.
11. No, but you know what's good about him doing it on YouTube now? Every time he posts or we do a stream, it's on there. So if you
really want to know how I like run the game and just like where I get my general philosophies from, there's a guy called Matt Colville. He does a series called Running the Game. If you watch those, you'll have a very good understanding. Like he'll break down down mechanics of the game, but most of it is just like trying to convince people to do what the fuck I'm doing, which is running the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he has a video that's Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, which is like a really good
what's his
video.
name, sorry,
Matt Colville.
Matt
Colville. And yes, two T's in Matt.
Okay, so it's Matt MattColville.
Yes.
D&D tips. YouTube.
Tips or tits?
Depending on what I feel like, double D tits, YouTube, or D&D tips.
Alrighty. So you both just. Neither of you was really expecting that fly spell to come out from under you, so you both were not ready to sort of take a dive into the water, and you guys kind of back flop onto the water, and you both take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the water.
Fantastic.
And we're full rest, I'm at 82. Yeah.
Yes. All right, so you guys have splashed into the water.
Splash down.
Okay. So
This poor human being keeps asking us questions. He feels lonely.
he wants to join us.
Yeah. Welcome, fellow idiot. Can you actually hear the other one or us?
If your guys' voice chat shit is set up correctly, you should be able to.
Shit, I better check that.
Yes.
Have you watched the previous videos? Or are you just talking to him? Alrighty. So you two splash into the water. This is weird. I don't know exactly.
And you said 4 damage, right?
13.
Damn. Just playing.
Vance is trying to deceive the gods.
Yep. So you guys splash into the water. Yeah.
Where would you find that? The options. I'm in the chat party here. Where would I check to see if the broadcast voice is on?
I think yours is already on.
Yeah, because we could hear you in the stream in the echo, so that'll be done.
So yeah, you guys splash down into the water. So now it's back to Boar's turn. What would you like to do? It's deep water here. Yeah.
No splashing, but hard.
Jeez.
So you guys, yeah, you definitely can't get like a footing underneath of your. You definitely gotta tread some water where you currently are. So yeah, Boar, what would you like to do?
I'm just floating there, like treading water.
Are you gonna try to swim towards the direction your friendlies are in? Do you want to swim towards the direction of like one of these rubbled out buildings to maybe try to find some footing? Go towards the building where you saw the Sharkmen, because the one that Shadow hit, he hit it, but he didn't kill it before he descended into the water, and you would know that Shadow. But you haven't really been able to tell Boar yet. Well, no, you were up there with him, so you would have also seen that the dude wasn't dead. So there was still one of those Sharkmen alive inside of the building before you two fell. So, with that information, Boar, what would you like to do?
Well, if I don't know he's over there, I can't ask how far Shadow can reach.
You do know he's over there. There is a wall, though, in your way. Like, you guys came in from, well, yeah, no. From the direction you guys went, you're basically looking straight. When you look straight towards the building, you're basically looking right at the corner of a wall, and the target is on the other side of that. But you do see a door entryway that you could get through. No, Shadow fell back next to you, so you were right next to him when that happened, so you would have seen it as well. You were looking in that direction before you fell.
Can I hit him if I try to shoot, or can I even shoot while I'm in the water?
You can attempt, but you will be at disadvantage. But you don't have line of sight on the guy currently. You would have to like swim towards the building.
Okay. Let's do that. I want to swim towards the building.
Alright, so you unfortunately do not have a swim speed, so you will move at half speed. Your normal speed is 30, so you'll swim 15 feet. Based on the way you and Shadow had sort of flown back, you both went up 30 and went back 30. So you were 30 feet away, so you're about 15 feet away from the corner of the building. So that is your turn. Now it's Shadow, but he is going upstairs. Alright, so Combat and Kolvok, which direction are you guys headed? Are you headed straight towards the tower, or are you doing like a loop around in any particular direction?
I would say straight towards it.
Alrighty. Shut up! Super Dave reject.
I'm honestly curious about these YouTube people. Because, like, I only come on YouTube to play D&D. What are these guys doing? Just, like, trolling people and trying to find YouTubes to watch to make stupid comments and laugh at each other? Like, this is fucking retarded.
I suppose so. Some people don't know how to spend their Thursday night.
I think it's amusing, though.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting.
And this guy just mentioned Super Dave, so he's got to be older.
Well, I think it's Super Dave, the fucking playroom guy.
Oh, so it could be a kid then. They don't know who Super Dave is. Super Dave Osborne?
No, I know who that is. Yeah. Someone else. He'll confirm it if we hear me talking.
We all a psychopath, man. We all
This
got
one
something
just
wrong with us.
called Callie a she. What if it's a he?
It's your turn, Shadow. You are you're floating in the water. Boar just started swimming towards the building where the still living Shark Man was. 15 feet, about the same distance you can make it, because you guys don't have swimming speed, so you go at half your normal speed.
And I had no idea about that.
If you haven't seen Critical Role, Cali Gaming, I encourage you to go look that up on YouTube. It's literally gaming voice actors playing Dungeons and Dragons, and they make money off of it. So shut the fuck up.
Like they say, burn LOL like it was the funniest shit ever. Wow.
I'm comfortable with what I like to do. That's why I'm showing it to people. Instead of being behind a keyboard and anonymously typing shit about things that don't fucking matter to you.
Yep, nothing better to do with their life when they're making fun of other people. Clap, clap for you.
Alright, so yeah, Shadow, what would you like to do? Mm-hmm. No, you would have to... All of your targets you have to cast, like, through simultaneously. Look at how big it is. What'd you say, Shadow? You were quiet there. Yes. Yes, I would allow that. Yep. Alright. So yeah, you command your dragon. It flies over to Boar, lands on his shoulder as he's swimming his way on over to the building that the still living shark person is in. And you then concentrate on your magicalness and surge the energy through, both giving you and your ally the ability to soar through the air. Still have your movement. Would you like to fly up, back, away, continuing away from the enemy, or are you going to try to get close to him again?
How tall is the wall we missed?
20 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna fly up, let's say, 20 some odd feet
You can split your move and attack, so you can go up, get a clear line of shot, and then go back down and not get hit.
Ooh, I like that. Let's do that.
Very good.
Your page is totally blocked out.
It's messages.
No, man, I haven't mentioned any troll or any bridges, so there's no trolls here.
I'm gonna do fireball.
Very good. Roll to attack.
Burn, bro. What the? Why asking? What?
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't know English. It's probably not his first language. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like I said in the description, if you're here, you've consented to being one of us, which means you're a fucking idiot. It's literally in the description. If you don't believe me, go ahead and look down and see.
Alright, my turn, right?
No. It is the enemy's turn. They went after you. So who knows what they did
Roll damage.
at the end of... Oh yeah, that too.
Is there a way to hide the comment thing? Because that's getting really distracting.
I don't think so. That's the way the PlayStation streaming system sets it up, so...
Oh, for the way you set it up, I get it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just thinking because Twitch, you can like scroll away the comments and just watch them.
Yeah, even if I was... it's the way the hardware on the PlayStation does it. Like, even if I stream this through Twitch, you'll still see that same black bar bullshit up in the top and in the side. There's... Yeah, you can't really... As far as I know, there's nothing I can do about it. When I originally set this up years ago, when we first started doing it, I tried getting rid of it and found no way to do it. So what'd you get on damage, Shadow?
1.
1? All right. Yeah, you're you just soar towards the edge of the wall. And as you're going down, you kind of just do you're playing GTA, just shooting over cover without aiming. You just do a quick tap, and you don't even really see whether or not it hit him. But he basically almost dodges it. It just a little scratch of a flame nicks his face and does that measly 1 damage to him. But he's still alive, unfortunately. You didn't hear the satisfying sound of a body dropping into the water like when Boar took down his target. So that was Shadow. Now it's the enemy's turn. So that dude you just attacked, Shadow, will come running out of the front doorway. He's going to dive into the water just a little bit in front of you. Boar, and he's going to swim at you and make an attack. 2 attacks with his spear.
Damn it.
All right. 14 to hit your armor class. What's your armor class, Boar?
17.
17. So the first one will miss as you're kind of treading water there. He comes up from below and tries to thrust his spear at you, but you shift out of the way, and then he swings to the side with it. This one a little harder to dodge, and he manages to get you with it, and scores 4 points of damage on you as he hits you with his spear. You notice about 20 feet away from you, you see like a fin sticking out of the water and kind of a silhouette of something which seems to be making its way towards the spire. So, now we are back at the top with you, Boar.
Okay. So I still have 15 feet to go to be able to get.
You have
to
Fly cast on you now.
Okay. So let's go up.
All right, so you fly up out of the water. The enemy will get an attack of opportunity on you, but because you have elevation when you leave his range, he will have disadvantage, so he will miss that attack as he tries to stab you as you fly out of his reach. So you're up in the air again. What would you like to do?
Fire back on that douchebag trying to hit me.
You don't want to check what that silhouette was out 20 feet?
Does that count as a turn if you go to investigate?
No, if you make a perception check, I allow for like a skill check per turn. Unless it's like a really
that's why I went to decide
major
the attack, because I didn't know if it would cause a turn just so to investigate, and then I'm...
No, not in this case. Okay. It's a simple glance by thing.
Okay, I will do that then.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
19 plus 7. 26.
26?
Oh, no, I did that wrong. No, that was right.
So yeah, you're rolling to attack, correct?
Three and an 8.
You got to roll to hit with both arrows. And then yeah, you
so
do have
to do another d20.
Yeah, you do 2 d20, take the higher twice.
Oh, 8 and 1.
8 and 1, you take the higher, so you take the 8.
Thank goodness.
So 8 plus 11, yeah, that'll hit. So go ahead, roll damage on both attacks. 2d8 plus 10.
15.
15 total. Mm-hmm. Oh, right, you were making perception check. That was what the 26 was. I'm sorry. So yes, it appears that 20 feet out, there is another one of these sharky dudes that is swimming through the water with the direction of the spire in front of him. You launch your arrows at the dude that attacked you or the target in the distance.
Nico, back up. Shit.
The attack. The one that just happened.
Okay, so you launch your 2 arrows down at him. They pelt into his like clavicle, and then he begins to just like float there, dead.
Good.
Nico.
It's fine.
All right. So the
Right there.
The fin that you see, Boar, disappears underneath the water and disappears from your sight into the depths below. So yeah, it seems like... Or wait, no. No, it would be Shadow before this thing. So Shadow! Sorry, it is your turn.
The guy's still alive, right?
The one that you attacked has been now killed by Boar, but you do also see the fin just above the water heading towards the spire. It's just below the surface of the water.
You gotta ruin your nice white fur.
I guess we're gonna go after the one that's still alive.
That one's dead.
The only thing alive is blue water.
Yes. It's not deep below, though, so you might still be able to hit it with something now. Maybe. The fire might have just enough heat to evaporate the surface level of water and actually do damage.
Well, I'm gonna hit it with a scorching ray.
Alright. So, it is not deep enough, so there is no disadvantage on your attacks. So go ahead and roll your 3 beams.
Get away.
Nico.
13.
13. That'll hit.
19.
Yep.
Seriously? A natural one.
No.
Damn.
Think about it, Buster.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll damage on the 2 hits.
One of them fucking nights.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shadow. You have elevation. You have advantage. So roll a second d20 for the natural one.
In that case, 13.
Yep, that'll hit. So roll damage on all 3.
I don't advantage. Uh, 22.
22 altogether. All right, you send your 3 beams down into the water, and you see a bit of steam coming up, so it obscures the target as they pelt into the water, and you guys kind of wait there in anticipation to see if the thing's still moving, and once the steam starts to clear in that spot, you just see a dead shark man floating in the water. Right outside the enemy's main encampment. What would you guys like to do?
It's so much to do, right?
For now, I just want to know what they're doing. After that, I'm going to try to get the party back together.
How far are we from the door to the entrance that we were, the platform that we were aiming for?
It's about 100 feet from the building you guys were at.
Okay. Any ideas for us? Help me out here.
You can do the
Making
old
me sweat.
Hitman's, the Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell way. Pick up the body, find a dumpster, throw them in there. I can guarantee you that the enemy will never, ever search the dumpsters. They will never search the dumpster.
Fish people wouldn't have dumpsters. They would just like throw their garbage in the water. Because it would be
Probably.
biodegradable.
Or they just cannibalize each other. Who knows? Sharks are weird.
Yeah. Well, I want to get back to that door. So what's the best option
The
to
ledge?
get there without being detected? Yeah.
You guys are flying. You guys have a whole
And
hour
we
again
killed the
to
two
fly.
people. So we killed the two people that found us, though. So we can go back there.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to go back there. If we're clear and we're still flying, that's the direction I want to go.
You guys were right next to that building. Yeah, you guys were right next to that building you were trying to take cover in. So you guys are going back in there. Are you taking the bodies with you?
Yeah, we don't want those floating around.
Okay. So yeah, you guys scoop up the bodies, take them into the rubbled out building, and take cover once more. So, Nika! Alright, so you guys will be arriving at the west side. They are on the north side. So, what are the people on the north side doing? And what are the people on the west side doing?
Walking?
You guys are basically...
Walking.
You're almost at the tower. I'm trying to figure out how are you guys going to find out where everybody is. Are you in combat going to try to search the perimeter area?
I believe this is definitely.
I'm gonna send my dragon to fly around the tower until he sees them.
Alright, I would like you to make a perception check with your dragon.
One guy's not wanting to be seen, one guy is, so, I don't know, yeah. However you want to play that.
Natural 20.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter who he's looking for.
Alright, so you send your dragon out, doing circles around the tower, looking for anything that's not got gills on it, and eventually it does, as it's doing a loop towards the west side. It sees Kolvok just obviously standing out in the roads and such, just walking across the surface of the water, and it just barely manages to see combat sort of keeping back from Kolvok and sneaking through some of the rubbled out buildings and such, and being a little more stealthy about his approach.
The white glint, we shall call him.
So, what would you like to do, Shadow?
The dragon's still within command range, right?
What?
Dragon is still within command range.
Yeah.
Then I will have the dragon fly down to them and circle Kovak's head and then fly towards us.
Yeah, you see Shadow's
little dragon companion come down, circle over your head a couple times, and then start heading northward.
Yes, dragon companion. Ah, kidding. I think I would have remembered it, maybe. Okay. That was the way we were pretty much heading anyway, right?
You guys are just outside of the tower.
Yeah. I mean, we were heading towards the tower. That
Yes.
was the overall goal, so...
Yes. Alright. As you in combat start heading back towards the group, I would like one more D12 roll.
Huh.
Yeah, do this one or do it again.
Oh.
I got it. Unless you want to do it.
Yeah, I'll do this one. I got this one. If we want to fight.
This is relevant to everyone.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
It's a 12.
As a 12,
Did I win?
you were taking your roll?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so we're supposed to roll? Sorry, I missed that.
Kolvok got the roll. He got a 12. So, as Kolvok is just sort of strolling up the main...
I rolled a character. I rolled 2
the
characters.
main thoroughfare road that surrounds the spire without any care in the world, and combat is working behind him stealthily. The dragon dips in towards the house where Shadow and Boar are staying. Kolvok comes right up to the doorway, gives a big old wave, and he's like, "Hi, guys!" And then that's when you hear off from your side some weird fishy noises. You look over to see a patrol of another 4 fishmen who point towards the big man.
I'll pretend like I'm really fucking high in it. Like Mitsubishi Ecstasy. And you
What?
got-
Who's there?
Oh, hi, guys.
So
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
I need you guys to roll initiative.
Alrighty, 25 to 21.
Let's come back.
Oh, my apologies.
Yes.
Okay. It's good for that guy. So happy for him. There's nobody in 25 to 21.
Are we waiting for somebody?
Vance, I believe. 20 to 16.
Oh, 22.
No one in 20 to 16.
Nope.
15 to 11.
I got 12.
Well, Kolbach, we'll just go ahead and start with you. The enemy is 60 feet away from you.
Controller's fine.
Mine? Can't be, it's full.
What'd you say?
My controller is full.
No, my controller is fine.
I see.
Sorry.
Shit. How many enemies are there?
4.
Okay. 60 people?
Mm-hmm.
Are they alive?
No, they are
A few of them at least, or 2 or 3, maybe?
2.
Okay.
2 or 2. Or 2 or 2.
Okay,
They're in a box formation.
alright, and how many, what's their average movement speed? Roughly.
They're in water, so they're not walking across its surface like you.
Yeah, okay, well, what was that fucking patrol on
You guys didn't really pay attention.
Well, they move forward a certain amount, I assume that we noticed, right?
They were quite a distance away from you if you're talking about the patrol that you in combat ran across, but they did not come right by you.
One man was left.
They were walking.
Yes, I get that. What was their average walking pace?
30.
30 a turn? Okay,
Yeah.
right. I'll move forward 5. Is it A-Pass the standard one used?
No.
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 What about, wait, Dusk? Is it Dusk next?
No. It's the sun just set as you guys woke up.
Okay. Oh shit. I guess I'll move forward 35
Okay.
and hold my action until they get closer.
Okay.
Now, if I can make it full 40 and, no, 35, no raging, yeah. Okay, faster.
Right. Is Vance back yet?
Yep.
What did you get on initiative? Oh,
Yeah, I had to help tuck the kids in, sorry.
That's good.
Actually,
so yeah.
not sorry, because that's what I have to do, but... So D20 per second, gotcha. Right. Am I supposed to tell you, or is this the wait till it goes around?
I've already done everybody else, so tell me.
Oh, it's 8.
8.
What do you mean, damn? Is that bad?
Highest goes first.
Oh, sorry, I rolled 8.
So your dex mod is 5?
Plus 5, yeah, so sorry, 13. Oh, that's even worse. There's not a 13 elevator button, come on.
But people on the 14th floor, you know what floor you're really on. Jump out the window, you will die earlier. Get the fuck away. Alrighty. Nico!
Yeah, bud.
Play mind games.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Hey, you, dog, would you like to go outside? Hey, Nico. 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 Nico, look at me when I'm talking to you. Hey! Do you want to go outside? Come on. Come on. Come on.
Alright then.
Close your eyes. Wow.
Alrighty, so one of the ones in the front just kind of steps forward. He doesn't actually move forward, he just takes like a step and he begins to like do this with his arms and then thrusts out, and then Combat, Boar, and Shadow you can see as the water, like this flat surface level water just in front of you guys between you and Kolvok begins to dip and spiral into this whirlpool. I need all four of you to make strength athletic checks.
Did we get let's get advantage for walking, water walking? And then is he flying?
That is a twisting, varying, textured of floor. It can still suck you in.
Oh yeah. I was going with, I imagine somebody submerged would probably be...
Like, yes, the ring will bring you back to the surface, but it doesn't change the fact that the water is not...
Yeah. It's a moving walkway.
It's like a 45-degree angle that's spinning and vicious.
I guess I was just going with it.
Okay, wait, no, maybe.
And are they flying? No?
No, you guys are pulled 10 feet. Which is...
Are the two not, are they not flying?
You guys are just... Oh, I suppose, yes, they would have fly, so it would just be you and...
Cool.
Combat.
Right.
That's a good thing, because I would have been
Right, you would have been drowning.
So, Kolvok, you're pulled 10 feet back towards it.
Uh-huh.
Combat, you're pulled 10 feet... Right, I guess they were in the building, so they would have been fine, but you and Combat would have been... Nice. Yeah. Yeah, so they're still in the building. So yes, you're pulled 10 feet back, he's pulled 10 feet forward, and then you enter it for the first time. Okay, yeah, that's... you guys are just at the lip of it, so... Interesting. Okay. So yeah, you guys are pulled just to the rim of the Combat and Kolvok. You guys are just pulled to the rim of the whirlpool. That was that guy's turn.
Is that a strength save or
No, it just it pulls you 10 feet.
so no save or anything?
Any creature or object in the water
and within 25 feet of the large text is pulled 10 feet towards it.
So, are we doing the original athletics? Yes.
No.
Okay.
That is if you want to try to swim away from it.
Is that in our turn? On our turn now?
Yes.
Okay.
And then when you enter it for the first time, you have to make a strength saving throw, but you guys didn't enter it yet.
Okay,
So that's that guy. So you moved 35 forward, and then all right, so the other one that is in the front barks some kind of command at the two behind in the rear. He seems to kind of like make a motion with his arm towards the direction of the tower, and then he swims towards you, Kolvok, and he's gonna try to attack you. What does he have?
Do I break his attack by him coming into my attack range?
If you kill him.
Well, I had it held.
Yeah.
Waiting for. Oh. Is he attacked? That's all.
You can attack.
Okay.
Are you at max hit points currently, Kolvok?
No.
Okay.
You didn't guys heard anything in between the last selection and.
No.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 28 to hit the first one. The first swing, 3 to 16 on the second one.
That one will miss as your blade scrapes against his plate armor and has no effect getting through the metal plating.
Max damage, so, well, 7, 9, or 19.
Okay. So then he will make 3 strikes on you. First one is gonna hit. $13 damage on the first one. Second one will hit. 15 damage on the second one. And 18 to hit. 14 damage on the third strike. So next it is Shadow's turn. So you're in the building. You
You saw Klovok come up to you where you guys were staying after your shadow had showed, or your dragon had showed the way. Klovok gave a big old wave, and as he did, you heard some sort of fishy language coming out from the building, and then you saw Klovok rush away in angry disabandonment. So, what would you like to do? You still have your fly spell up. I will say it's been, it's like 15 minutes since they got here. I would assume you held the concentration on the spell.
Yeah. I guess, there's no room for it.
No, they are not. Not currently. You can either walk out towards the doorway that you saw Klovok at to see what he ran towards, or you can just fly up.
I'm gonna
Alright, so you head towards the doorway. You look out to the side that you saw him running towards. You can see a whirlpool has developed in the water, and Combat and Klovok are standing basically on opposite ends of just the perimeter of that whirlpool. And about right in front of Klovok, there is you can see one of the shark people just kind of floating at the just above the water, and he has like a sword in his hands, and he seems to be attacking Klovok from below. And then you can see 3 more shark men just behind those 2 engaged in melee. He's looking pretty fresh. Fresh and so clean. Alrighty, go ahead. What are you going to hit him with? Alrighty. Roll for blast. 24, that'll hit. You have... Or no, you did not fly up, you just walked out. Okay. So if you... With elevation, you have advantage. Yep, that'll hit. That one hits his plate armor, and it does not seem to have an effect. So 2 hits. This heavily armored guy with a shield, he seems to... His armor class is 20. 12. Altogether damage.
Yep.
Alrighty. Still standing. Alright, so next would be Boar.
No. Me?
Weren't you 12?
Yeah, did he get 8?
He got 13.
8 is what he rolled on the dice.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Apologies.
Boar? Boar there? Boar?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Fuck's sake.
So yes, you saw the same thing as Shadow. Kolvak came to the side of the building, waved, then there was a sound of things talking, and then Kolvak ran off. You just saw Shadow go towards the, like, he walked towards the entryway, and then he floated out, up into the air just outside, and you saw him blast some rays of magic off towards the left side from where you are looking.
I will go help Shadow.
Alright. Are you also going to fly?
Yes, that would be the best decision, because I can't swim. Or swim slow. How much time do we have left, though? Who's been keeping track of that?
It's only been about 15 minutes since he hit with the second one.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. So, you fly up, you can see a heavily armored target in front of Kolvak, who is standing at the perimeter of a whirlpool. Combat is on the other side of that whirlpool, opposite Kolvak, and then there are 3 targets off in the distance.
Not too bad. I don't know. I would almost suggest, just with how the last battle went, me and him have a pretty fucking mean addition to our attacks. Me and him attacking the bigger armored guy would probably be smart.
Well, who's the closest in the range of arrows?
The closest target would be the one engaged with Kolvak.
And I have a clear sight?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and me have the best chance of hitting that guy compared to the other 2.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go attack him then.
Alright, go ahead, roll your 2 attacks. He's still in the green health bar part of his health, so.
I got a natural 1.
Oh, no.
You have elevation.
Oh, yeah.
So you roll
I keep forgetting that.
Just don't roll another one.
17 plus 11.
Can't wait to get you guys inside this water dungeon.
What?
Huh?
A what?
Huh?
I'm pretty sure he just said not to go inside of it. It sounds like it's the water temple. I'm good on that shit.
Alright, so I got 28.
The dude told you that the well is on the 3rd lowest level in the sunken level of this place.
Sunken doesn't mean it has to be filled with water.
Alright. If you really think they're fucking taking buckets and just shoveling out the inside...
Air pockets are created that fucking don't exactly pop unless fucking surf. Yeah, there's possibilities.
Fair enough. These things seem very comfortable in the water, though. So what did you get, Borg?
28.
28? That'll hit. You can roll your second attack. As I said, this guy's looking pretty good, so you can both go ahead and just see if you hit with both.
25.
And you have advantage, so 2d20, take the higher. Roll just in case to get a d20 or natural 20.
18.
18 damage total.
That's good, though, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
My max damage currently is like 21.
Oh, sweet.
12 plus 7. Yeah, or 12 plus 9, yeah. That's for a non-critical hit, I guess.
All right, so combat. It is your turn. So let me look at this. It's whirlpool. I think it's 25 diameter. Oh.
And all the guys are across from
Never
me.
mind. You guys were inside of it. I'm sorry. It's 50 feet wide at the top. So yeah. So I need combat and Kolbach to make a strength saving throw.
It wouldn't come around on our turn, or
It's when you first enter,
okay, all right, yeah.
and then when you start your turn.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, when you guys were pulled 10 feet, you were pulled into it. So yeah, make a strength saving throw real quick for me. Sorry, I needed to read the shit better apparently.
I got 17.
17, alright.
Oh shit, what the fuck? I definitely need to remember that. Brutal critical? Fuck. What the fuck have I been doing with my life?
I'm pretty sure your strength saving throw is the same as your...
I was looking if I had advantage. I couldn't remember if I had advantage or not.
I believe that's deck saves.
Yeah, have advantage on anything I can see. Strength saving throws have to be raging. So you said plus 11?
Uh-huh.
21.
Okay, you both take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. So then, combat. On the start of your turn, I need you to make another strength saving throw.
Okay. 20.
20. Alright. So you only take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as your footing is kind of swept out from under you from the spinning water. And kind of slip, fall on your ass a bit, but get back up. So now you may proceed with your turn.
Alright, well, how close is this guy to me?
There's a shark man swimming in the water just at the perimeter of where Kolvak is, kind of stabbing at him, and Kolvak is 35 from you.
Okay, how many are left? Is it just that one guy?
Well, there's the one guy who's attacking Kolvak, and then there's 3 more targets off in the distance that have not been engaged at all.
Alright, how far are they?
They are 60 feet.
Alright, yeah, move up to kill and then attack that fucking thing.
Alrighty, go ahead.
You staying in the whirlpool?
With where it was centered, it was about 25 feet behind you.
16.
No, you. Yeah, it was 25 feet behind you, so you got pulled back 10 feet. So you both are like 15 feet from the center of the whirlpool. But then he moves 15 feet. So yeah, what was that again? Combat
16.
16. He will block that.
23.
You make it through his defense on that one,
And 20.
and that'll hit as well.
Nine damage altogether.
All right. All right. He just went into the yellow. He is definitely bloodied. All right. So the two fishmen on the very back dive into the water with a towerly direction in mind, but they go pretty deep into the murky water, so you can't quite see exactly where they are. So now we come back to the top with Kolvok. I need you to make another strength saving throw.
Would that take place before any I can do anything?
Yes, start of your turn.
Alright. 30.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Now you may proceed. Yeah.
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
Oh no. 22 to hit again. And 19 damage.
Just barely hanging on.
Okay.
Does he know he's muted? I can't fucking hear.
He's talking to me from his room through a door.
This one really not working? Or do I sound distant?
still muted?
No, you're
I don't think so.
Hello.
I thought there was.
One that manifested the whirlpool will then dive into the water and swim up towards you, combat, to give aid to his ally. Are you at max hit points, combat?
No.
Okay. So that first one's going to hit. He will take a bite out of you first. 5 points of damage on the bite. And then he'll swipe you with his webbed clawed hand. That's a 17 to hit. Oh, shit. The bite has additional damage. So it was 5 points of piercing damage, and then 17 points of cold damage from the bite. Does the 17 claw hit?
Yeah.
So 8 points of slashing damage, and then 15 points of cold damage as he swipes you with his claws.
So what is that? 17, 8, 5?
It
Or
was
17 to hit?
yeah, it was the 17 to hit, and then the
So
I can't remember what I rolled on the first two d8s. It's like a 6 and a 1. I'll just use the average. 10 for the first one, and then 15 on the second hit.
okay.
Okay, so that was that one's turn. So now we are to the armored guy. He will make 2 attacks at you, Kolvok, and then 1 at combat. Oh, wow. That's probably gonna miss.
How much damage did I take? I think maybe I got confused. It was 8, 5, and 15, right?
So it was 5 and 17 for the first bite attack, and then 10 and 15 for the second claw attack.
37. Okay. Jesus. Yeah, fuck it. Not doing so hot.
Okay. 13 to hit, Kolvok. You're muted. The second one will hit. Oh, Jesus. 5 points of slashing damage. And then the third strike on combat. 15 to hit, which will miss.
Yep.
Alright, it is Shadow's turn. Yes, the armored one that was attacking Kolvok is still alive, but just barely. And then another one of the ones in the back came forward and was attacking combat, and then 2 in the rear dived into the water.
Okay. It'll probably only take one successful hit on the armored one to kill it.
Shit. Well,
Yeah, that'll hit. 25 to hit the second target. Yeah, that'll definitely do it. That one is not as well armored as the first target. 24. No, it was one target. There was two targets that you could see currently engaged in combat. One fighting Kolvok originally, and then one newcomer that was attacking combat. So the second target you hit twice. Alright, yep, you blast the blade wielder, and he kind of drifts back into the water because it's like right inside of the whirlpool, but then he starts kind of getting thrashed around with the whirlpool as he's kind of pulled towards the top. So go ahead, roll damage on your second two strikes.
15 in total.
Alrighty. So next would be the flying archer. Boar, what would you like to do? The heavily armored guy has been taken out, but there is one that is still engaged with Kolvok and combat.
Does he know I'm there?
He seems more focused on the melee guys.
Alright, I'll take a shot.
Alright, yeah, you have advantage with elevation.
That's 6 plus 11. Oh, that was bad. Do I get more? I get to add on to that?
What,
So
that was the higher
11?
of the two D20?
If you did, you got
I keep forgetting you gotta roll 2. So I got 7. And 9.
So it's limited.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that'll do it. And then you can roll for your second attack if you would like to as well.
Sweet. And that's 2 D20s again.
Yes, take the higher.
14.
14, that'll hit.
Nice.
Go ahead, roll your damage.
5. And 6.
11 plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
Keep forgetting that. Sorry.
Alright. Still standing, or swimming in this case, combat, it is your turn.
Alright. Yeah, I'll start making my way towards those other 3 guys.
Two of them dived below, and then one of them came up on you.
Okay, then I'll attack that one.
Very good.
Seven.
Is that what you got on the dice?
Yeah. No.
So that...
Wait. What's your modifiers?
Oh, no. It is. Sorry. Let's try that again. No, yeah, I didn't have 9 up there. So yeah, 16.
16, yep, that'll hit.
Okay. 23.
That'll hit.
And 16.
Yep.
Okay. 19. 24.
24 altogether?
Yep.
All right, you pummel him with your 3 punches, and his rib cage cracks, and some of the broken splinters stab into his heart and lungs, and he just begins to suffocate. His blood seeps out of his mouth, and he drifts up, getting swirled around in the whirlpool. But as he dies, and gets spun around by it, it seems like the whirlpool begins to dissipate. Oh, right. Make an athletics check for me. Or, strength saving throw combat. This would have been at the start of your turn.
Yep. 12.
3 points of damage. But the whirlpool dissipates. We are back to the top with Kolvok. What would you like to do? Not really. You can try, but at the moment, no. Alrighty. So, it does not seem like there are any threats immediately. What would you guys like to do?
Take a long rest. What?
See, this is exactly what I was talking about last week. You guys literally have been doing something for an hour. You can't take a long rest yet.
I mean, I remember what we were talking about last week. I took a ton of damage, but I know it's part of the fun of the game to get Midnighter all riled up, so I know very well that I can't take a fucking long rest. I didn't want to.
There's also short rests. Multi-classing into cleric. Just saying, there's always options. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Where would you guys like to set up for this short rest? Okay, that's the only reason I ask, because if that's the way you're going to do it, it's much more likely that someone's going to see you and try to prevent you from actually having that short rest. So, out in the open then?
I guess. Yeah.
The same building you guys were already taking shelter in? Do you want to move to a different section, seeing as people potentially know you were just there?
Oh, damn.
That's an option too. You can return to the bitch and be like, fuck you, that job was stupid, we didn't do it. And she'll say, cool, I'll keep my money then. So what direction would you guys like to move to find a new place?
South.
Southward, that's towards the tower.
Oh, north.
I mean, they are fish people. You guys could climb to the very tippy top of this tower, pitting yourself in, and try to sleep there. But I will ask, anybody got pittance?
Got what?
Pittance? Pitons? Pitons? They're the things you put into the cracks of mountains when you're mountain climbing.
Oh.
That you secure your rope to. You can certainly try. Yes. Or maybe this is a very, very brittle coral structure that, yeah, you'll drive the spikes in, but they'll destroy the entire area they're going into so they don't really grab onto anything. If it was rock, different case. You haven't examined the spire to find out what kind of brittality it has. Okay. So what's the plan?
I'm the man with the plan? What?
I mean, this is a cooperative game. I understand trying to help the new guy learn, but also sometimes people can learn by having it shown to them how they can play the game. Instead of like, here, play the fucking game.
Well, we still want to get to the well, right?
Do you?
I think so.
But as you sit around trying to get a short rest, like posting on the front door or trying to find a random building, there is always a chance that the enemy will stumble across you guys as you're in the middle of your rest, interrupt your rest, and further dwindle your guys' resources.
Booty bushes.
That's why I say, do you want to still go after the well?
So yeah, we'll just keep going on. I need a potion though.
Dang.
I think you're muted, Kill, if you're trying to say something. Okay. So, are there any potions? Do you guys have any potions?
No.
I thought Kill had healing potions. Yeah.
I think that potion that you gave was used. Ah, okay.
To me.
So it seems there are no potions. Do you still wish to press on, take a short rest, or get the fuck out of here?
Just take a short rest wherever we are, I guess.
Back in the spot where you met Kolvok or Shadow and Boar?
Yeah. We just cleared it.
There were 4 targets that saw you guys. You only killed 2. I'm just providing people information. They saw those 2 come out. They acted before Shadow and Boar acted before those 2 ran away.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it.
Confidence, let's go. So we're going.
Okay, so it is a rock ledge that's about 20 feet up from the water level. The 2 flyers and the man who can walk on walls can simply get up there. Unless there are plans to be made, Kolvok, I will need you to make an athletics check to climb up. Alright, you scramble up the side and meet your friends. You stand on a rock ledge about 30 feet wide. Ahead, set into the vertical rock surface, is a pair of large stone doors, each 10 feet high and 5 feet wide. The surface of the doors is featureless with no visible handles, except for a rectangular aperture 6 inches wide by 4 inches high, cut in the center of the left-hand door, about 6 feet above the ground level.
flat metal plate covers this aperture from the inside.
So when you didn't see those other two random weapons down on the fight?
No, you do not see them go to this ledge.
Or climb up it or anything of the sort?
Nope.
How big and solid is the door?
Stone door. 10 feet high, 5 feet wide. Alright, so you guys are taking a short rest here then?
Sure.
How would you be able to tell that? Alright. Okay, then say it. Does not appear to be. No, it is closed. How hard are you trying to push it? Like, are you just giving it a light push, or are you trying to, like, put a shoulder into it? Alright, roll an athletics check. Alright, 17? You're pushing against it, can't quite get through. Alrighty. As you guys post up to take a short rest, I would like someone to roll me a d12.
Hope I got that. 3. Oh shit. Sorry.
3?
Yep.
Alright. So you guys post up. Keep tight against the door area so as not to hopefully be seen by the patrols down in the waters below. And you are able to take your short rest. You can roll hit dice to regain hit points.
I can't hear Fred. Can everyone hear Fred?
Just barely.
Oh, there's Yeah, I'm down to 65.
So you have 11, a pool of 11 d10. You can roll 1 d10, you add your constitution modifier, and that's how many hit points you will get back. So you can spend up to 11 now if you want. You don't have to use them all. You can use like 1 or 2 if that gets you back to max. Then you can save the rest for another short rest that might come later down the line. But when you guys take a long rest, you only get half of your max hit dice back. So when you guys take a long rest, you'll only get 6 of them back. So if you use like all 11 of them now, and then you took a long rest and you guys were still kind of like dealing with this dungeon tomorrow, you would only have 11 hit dice to use during short rests on the next day. So you kind of have to be careful when you use them sometimes, depending on the situation.
We usually are fucking way too cautious, so.
Can I at least roll once to see what happens?
Yeah, you can roll 1 at a time. You do not have to just be like, I'm going to do all 11. That's way more than I needed. Oh, well. Right? It turns out there's 2 dragons in this dungeon. We only killed 1 of them. But I used all my hit dice already to heal 2 hit points.
I think I'm missing the dice. Who says the D10?
Yes, it's the top looking motherfucker. One side will have odds, one side will have evens. Like if you see one that has double digits, it's the same size or shape as that one. The one that says 30, 70, 90, 50, 20, 80.
Oh, that's the one I use?
You can use that one, just drop the 0, but that's the shape of the dice. Like if you find one that's single digits that looks like that, that's a D10.
Yeah, take one of them. I think I lost one of them. Shit. I have the phone app, I can use that. Oh, right. 5.
Right. So 5 plus your Constitution modifier.
Oh, 1.
So you'll heal 6 hit points. You can roll another one if you want.
I healed what?
6.
So 71. No, that's good. I'll take that.
Alrighty. So you guys take your short rest. You're not interrupted during the middle of it. What would you guys like to do now?
Keep going now.
All right. How would you like to proceed?
Oh yeah, because one of the things to climb the tower, do I? Is that what you were saying?
Huh?
So we don't see things to fucking climb the tower.
Well, you guys are sleeping right in front of a door. So yeah, You guys are posted out here in front of the doorway that is embedded in the tower, just at where this ledge is. What would you guys like to do?
Go back into the tower, I guess, right?
You guys you are literally right outside the front door, potentially, of the tower.
I'm saying, like, go in.
Yeah, breaking through the door.
There's a big-ass stone door in the way. How would you like to deal with that? Kolvok previously tried to push it open, but wasn't quite successful.
So it's just heavy, it's not blocked?
The surface of the door was featureless, no visible handles. Except for a rectangular aperture, 6 inches wide by 4 inches high, cut in the center of the left hand door, about 6 feet above ground level. Flat metal plate covers this aperture from the inside. I'm pretty sure it's just to make sure it's shift handle. If there was a puzzle or some kind of something to that effect, usually there's something written down in the vicinity. It's not like it's like, here's the device. Figure it out, bitches. It just might kill you. Like, usually it's like, I am bloody blah. What am I?
I heard aperture. I thought that meant hole in the door. Like,
Yeah. It's like a box cut in, and then I'm pretty sure there's like a metal thing over that, so you can put your hand right into that divot, grab the metal thing, and pull. Or you can try hitting it. You're going to attack the door? You're going to attack the handle? Yeah, because stabbing the door handle is going to look so much better. In that case, but if no magical trap triggers, you might look a little silly. Up to you. What are you doing? You'd have to use the spell to truly know for certain. But if you wanted to make an Arcana check to see if there's some sort of lingering notes of Arcanic sigils and runing, you could. There's a stone door. There's like, it is just 2 stone slabs put in front of a hallway.
So, what would you guys like to do? Yes. I mean, he looked at it thoroughly and couldn't see any defining features that looked magical. But he did not spend a spell slot to see if the door was radiating a magical energy. Okay, make an athletics check. Alright, you grab the handle, pull towards you, and the stone begins to shift. Ahead, you see a bare Spartan room. Ahead, a short corridor off the room ends in a closed bronze gate. To your left, a single stone bench runs along the east wall. To your right, on the opposite wall, hangs a large metal gong. A short metal bar leans against the wall below it. Several Sahuagin glare at you as they move to attack. And that's where we'll pick it up next week. Thank you all for joining. I hope you had a good time. Will the party be able to find the Old One's magical well, or will they die here in this mystical magical realm of salty water? Find out next time on Dungeons and Dragons.
Nice. Have a good night, guys.
Peace.
Yeah.